Hey guys, welcome back to the TohirT channel. Tahir is here. I hope you had a fantastic week. Today, after now almost a year plus of listening to audiobooks, 200 plus hours of those audiobooks, 150 plus books in my library, I'm finally ready to talk about Audible. Audible is a great way for us to listen to books on the go. And if you've been on my channel before, you know I like to learn and I love sharing ways that you can develop personally and professionally. And I think Audible checks both of those boxes. Let's do this. As a kid and a teenager, I loved reading books. I read a ton, almost every single book from Jules Verne, John Steinbeck. I read a ton of Harry Harrison. I loved historical books. I loved novellas. I tried different genres in general, and that hunger was always there. Yet, as the time progressed, as my calendar filled with different activities, I found out that if there's one thing that goes first from my calendar, there's one thing I drop and stop doing, is reading the books. Lower that bar, not even the books. Magazines became hard. Once you become a parent, once you have a kid, your repertoire of books, your library goes down to And Not a Hippopotamus and Hey Doggy books. You do not have a chance to sit down with a 300 to 400 page book and actually read it from cover to cover. And the craving was always there. I love reading stories of personal development. I love learning skills and tricks from someone who've already been in a particular industry or been conquering a particular challenge. I love entering the worlds that the authors depict on the pages of their science fiction books. So naturally I had to figure out the way. And one of the ways that I thought I can do this still is finding an opportune moment during those idle moments, during those idle activities like driving, commuting, traveling, sitting in the airport, doing house chores. Those moments when we do not use our brain actively, we do not actively think about something, are ripe with opportunities to go and enjoy that book. Income audiobooks. They are perfect when it comes to those idle activities. You're cleaning the yard, you pop on the headphones and you listen to an audiobook. I love the idea. I right away gave it a try, but we have to mention the great limitation that I faced originally when the audiobooks were still picking up their pace. The fact was, there was no good platform that would offer me an opportunity to listen to books on the go. The only way I had access to the book was a CD player and the CD itself. So I was limited to the locations and the places where the CD-ROMs were available. In that case, that was my car. And no, I did not rock one of those stylish CD players on the side of my belt. As you can imagine, the lack of flexibility when it comes to consuming that audio content became a struggle, became a real struggle for me, and I ended up dropping that idea and I forgot about enjoying books for personal pleasure for probably another couple of years. Now rewind the clock back to last year. I kept trying. I honestly kept trying to read books. I bought a few, I started some, but I finished none of them. And then I came across Audible. What is Audible, you ask? Well, Audible is a company that was acquired by Amazon, and if we recall the roots of Amazon, they started as an online bookstore. So yeah, they're now a behemoth, but they're kind of coming back roots with the acquisition of Audible. Audible offers the largest collection of audiobooks out there. Plus, they have a great Audible Studios that records their own audiobooks at the top quality. And among all of those things, they offer a lot of different opportunities to score amazing books at very low prices. And if you're like me, constantly on the go, Audible app makes listening to the content a breeze. You can pick up where you left off, you can switch between different devices, you can continuously listen to audiobook as you switch from shopping to a car to a house chore. It makes it an amazing experience. We also need to give credit to the fact that internet technology is developed. Now our phones have constant connection to the internet. A few years ago when we were all rocking, what was before 3G? Whatever was before 3G, whatever that slowest internet that was before 3G, we would not be able to enjoy their content as easily as we are today. Thank God all of those internet technologies, they completely changed the world around us. They have it all, from your New York Times bestsellers to novellas to biographies to thrillers to short stories. They honestly have every major book that is worth reading. What made that final push and converted me into the fan of this platform were the books read by authors or your Oscar-nominated actors. It makes it one-of-a-kind experience. For my trial book, you get a free trial book when you want to test out Audible. I picked Born a Crime by Trevor Noah. That was the best decision I've ever made, at least in the realm of internet services. They offered me an opportunity to hear Trevor Noah himself telling his fascinating story from the rough neighborhoods of South Africa to a guest and then eventually host seat of The Daily Show on Comedy Central. You can hear the emotions in his voice. You do not have to worry about the fact that this is an actor who is trying to overplay the actual significance of different events that Trevor is going through. This is the author himself telling his personal story in his own personal words with the rough and clean emotion behind every single action that's taken place right now on the pages of that book. In my honest and humble opinion, and I'm saying this for the record, this is the way to experience books like that. No reading, no hardcover, no high quality book content can beat the experience of listening to the author sharing his personal story. The moment I finished that book, I signed up for their annual gold membership. What can I do? After you experience a book like that, $150 may seem steep at first, but once you dive a level deeper, you understand that this is a bargain, this is a great value. After all, when you spend $150, you don't just get access to their platform, you get 12 credits. 12 credits are 12 free books that you can purchase on Audible. It's 12 credits for 12 books, and any kind of book. $5 book, $40 book, it's up to you. I would suggest that you go and do a little bit of a math. $150 for 12 books is about $12.50 per book, which, if you'll think about it, is less than an average book that you can find somewhere in Barnes & Noble's or your local bookstore. And if you want to be smart about it, pick books that are more than $12.50. With every $13 book you buy with a single credit, you essentially gain more than $150 worth of that credits at the end of the year. Yes, it may seem that Audible essentially is giving you credits for something that you're already paying for, so it's kind of like, hey, why wouldn't they just let me use Audible and pay for every single book? They want your commitment, and this is the way they get it. And to be honest, after running through that, plus getting a chance to leverage sales like 2 books for 1 credit or books in under $5, you realize that $150 fee is a steep entry point, but it makes it worth your while. And at the end of the day, you can always sign up for the monthly fee, pay like $15 if I'm not mistaken, per month, and still get the same kind of perks. Yet now you have to be smart and pick the books that are $15 or more for each of those credits that you get every month. Now that I'm thinking, if you really want to question my math, also take into account the duration of an average book. In my experience so far, the average duration of a single like 200 to 300 page book on Audible is 6 to 8 hours. I went last year through 20 plus books. As I said, I've listened to 200 plus hours worth of content through the year. So I definitely got my money worth. To summarize everything that we've just discussed, $150 for 12 books is not that bad of a deal. Plus, Audible is an amazing platform and a companion on your trips, on your commutes, throughout your daily chores. And finally, last but not the least, the huge content library that they offer and those books that read by authors or professional actors elevates the experience of book reading to a whole nother level. Do you think Audible will help you develop a book reading habit? Are you one of those people who thinks that audiobooks are not the real reading? And what are other reasons why Audible remains that supreme leader in the marketplace when it comes to audiobooks? Let me know and share your thoughts in the section below. Throughout my video, I focused on the cost, the library, the type of content that they offer. But we should also not forget, we all learn in different ways. Those of us who are visual learners, who like to read, we enjoy that hardcover feel in our hands. While for those of us who are better at receiving information through audio or video format, Audible is God-given gift or technology-given gift. I don't know. It helps me learn, it will help you learn, so you should definitely give it a try. Thank you very much guys for stopping by. If you're new to this channel, go ahead, hit the subscribe button and check out the videos in the backlog. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you very much for stopping by. As always, let me know in the comment section below what you thought about this video, and I will see you all next Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern, on this very channel. Don't forget, Audible offers a free trial, and if you're not sure which book to start with, here are my 3 recommendations. All Systems Red by Martha Wells, great sci-fi story. Born a Crime Trevor Noah, great comedy and biography, and Kitchen Confidential by Anthony Bourdain. It will change completely the way you approach restaurants and ordering food in restaurants in the future. That's all that I have for you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.